So in our previous lectures, we have started with quantum mechanical model of the atom, which is the current existing model. And we arrived this particular model with the help of Heisenberg's uncertainty principle and de Broglie's hypothesis, de Broglie's matter wave duality, right? We need to treat the electron as a wave, and we cannot exactly predict the location of the electron. Hence, we will be identifying a region around the nucleus, which will be having definite shapes. In that particular region, electron will be present and it will be in the form of a wave, right? Schrodinger gave an equation to represent that particular wave motion of the electron, and the equation is represented by symbol psi. Okay, psi is a mathematical function to represent motion of the electron as a wave. If you solve for psi, you will get information about the electron, and that particular information is in the form of numbers called quantum numbers. Quantum numbers gives us address of the electron. They give us information about energy of the electron, the shape of the orbital, the shape of the region in which the electron is present. Okay. They give us information about the angular momentum of the electron. There is another quantum number which is called as spin quantum number, which we have defined in order to accommodate those doublets. In the spectrum, there are doublets. What are doublets? Doublet nothing but two photons whose energy difference is very less. Both the photons differ in their energy by very slight amount. Okay. So in order to accommodate those doublets, we have identified that any orbital will be having maximum of 2 electrons. Those 2 electrons will be having opposite spins. One of the spin will be of one particular energy. The opposite spin will be of another energy, and the difference between these two energies is very less. Okay. So because of that slight difference, you will be having 2 different photons emitted in the spectrum, right? Okay. So basically we need 4 quantum numbers in order to identify any electron, out of which 3 quantum numbers are derived from the Schrodinger equation, are derived by solving psi, which are called as principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, and magnetic quantum number. Principal quantum number is similar to that of street. You need to first know, in order to identify any given individual, we need to identify his street first. In the street, his apartment. In the apartment, finally, that particular person will be present inside a flat. Street is similar to that of shell. First, we need to identify the shell of the electron. In the shell, we will be having subshells. Subshells are similar to that of apartments, and each and every apartment will be made up of some number of flats. So a subshell will be made up of orbitals. A group of orbitals will be called as subshell. The information about the shell is given by principal quantum number. The principal quantum number will give you information about the energy as well. Greater the principal quantum number, the electron will be going away and away from the nucleus, or the region will be going or spreading away and away from the nucleus. So the energy of the electron will be increasing. More are the attractive forces, less will be the energy. If the electron is going away and away from the nucleus, the attractive forces are decreasing. Hence, the energy of the electron will increase. So by knowing the principal quantum number, you can comment on energy of the electron. The principal quantum number will give you information about the shell of the electron as well as its energy. Agreed? It is designated by symbol N, which can have values 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. उनके लिए names भी दिया है. They can be K, L, M, N, so on. Agreed?
Yes.
Okay. After the principal quantum number, we have seen azimuthal quantum number or the angular momentum quantum number. ये जो azimuthal quantum number है, it depends upon principal quantum number as the values of L range from 0 to n-1. Okay. So in n equals to 1, you will be having L equals to 0. In n equals to 2, you will be having L equals to 0 and 1. L equals to 3, 0, 1 and 2. Azimuthal quantum number gives us information about the subshells. As the size of the shell increases, the number of subshells that can be accommodated inside it will also increase. In first shell, the first shell being a smaller shell, you will be having only one subshell. In second shell, you have two subshells, third shell, three subshells, so on and so forth. In order to identify those subshells, we are giving some numbers. Okay, L equals to 0 is called as S subshell. This particular azimuthal quantum number also gives us information about the shape of the subshell. Okay, S orbital is having spherical shape, P orbital is having dumbbell shape, D orbital is having double dumbbell shape, F is having some complex shape. We won't be drawing that shape. It is some complex. G ka shape bhi, it is further more complex or be complicated. So we won't be specifying a particular shape. Okay. You just need to remember the shapes of S, P, and D. S is spherical, P is dumbbell, D is double dumbbell. Okay. So they will ask you based on which quantum number we get the shapes of the orbitals. You need to identify that as azimuthal quantum number. Based on which quantum number, you will get idea on the energy, which will broadly speak on energy. It is principal quantum number. Okay. Based on which quantum number, you will get orientations of the orbitals. It is based on magnetic quantum number. Okay. These are the three different questions which can be asked. Agreed? Okay. So azimuthal quantum number jo hai, it gives us information about subshells. The number of subshells in any given shell is equal to the shell number. If you are having the shell number as 5, in that you will be definitely have 5 subshells, and the values of them will be 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We are giving some numbers in order to identify them. 0 is called as S, 1 is called as P, 2 is called as D, 3 is called as F, 4 is called as G. If you are having an orbital, if you are having a subshell whose L value is 4, and if it is present in 6th shell, it will be called as 6G. Okay. If you are having L value as 1, and if it is present in 4th shell, it will be called as 4P. So on and so forth. Agreed? Any doubt in this? Okay. Uske baad, we have seen the shapes. Then we have seen magnetic quantum number. Magnetic quantum number tells us about the orientation of that particular orbital. If you have an S orbital, which is spherical, uska ek hi possible orientation hai. No matter how you look at that, no matter how you rotate that, you will always see a spherical. Okay, there won't be any change in the orientation. But if you have a dumbbell, that particular dumbbell, if it is present along the x-axis, you can clearly see a differentiation between this as well as this. This is along the x-axis, this is along the y-axis, and this is along the z-axis. So 3 possible orientations are possible for p orbital. A d orbital can have 5 possible orientations. Accordingly, you will have different numbers given to them, allotted to them. As S is having only one orientation, it will be having only one number, and the values of those orientations range from -L to +L. For S is equals to 0, it is -0 to +0, which is only one value 0. For P equals to 1, it is -1 to +1, -1, 0, and +1. By convention, हमने ऐसा कुछ fix किया है. For any orbital which is oriented along z-axis, the number is given as 0. For orbitals other than oriented along the z-axis, you can give any numbers. If for this, if you are giving it as -1, a +1 होगा. A +1 दिया तो इसको -1 आएगा. Agreed? Okay. So all these orbitals together will form the p subshell. Px, Py, Pz. इस सारा तीनों मिलके you will be forming p subshell. Similarly, D can have 5 possible orientations. Dxy, matlab the double dumbbell, the lobes are present in between xy axis. If the lobes are present in between xz axis, it is called as dxz. In between yz axis, it is called as dyz. If the lobes are present along the x-axis and y-axis, they are called as dx square y square. If the lobes are present along the z-axis with a ring around it, matlab in this particular region, the electron will be present, or in this particular region, the electron will be present. It is called as dz square. If you are in your coordinate system, if you are attaching z-axis for this, it is called as dz square. Suppose in case if you have attached the x-axis, it is called as dx square. If this becomes dx square, this orbital will become dy square z square. Remaining of the orbitals will be same. Agreed? In case if you are attaching y-axis, this will be called as dy square. Remaining of the orbitals will become dx square z square and dxy, dxz, dyz. Clear? Any doubt here?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, the total number of orientations for a given subshell, it is given by 2l plus 1 minus l से 0 तक l value से excluding 0, 0 से l तक again l value से excluding 0. If you are including that 0, you will be getting 2l plus 1. Okay? ठीक है. उसके बाद हमने एक पिक्चर देखा overall the regions or the orbitals around the nucleus. This is 1s around this. This is the second shell. So this is the 2s. In the second shell, you have 2p as well, which is made up of px, py, pz. So this is px, py, pz. In the third shell, you will be having s, p, and d. You need to club all those regions. Okay. So these are simply the regions. These are not the electrons. The electron will be present inside this region. So if some electron, you may think that these regions are overlapping. They can overlap, but the electrons will never collide. Don't worry about that. The repulsive forces and the attractive forces with the nucleus will make sure the electrons will never collide with each other. Whenever the electron is approaching, electron के बीच में repulsive forces रहेगा, so they won't be colliding. Don't worry about that. Okay?
Yes,
Clear है? ठीक है.
सर इस
Then we
टेस्ट
have-
के लिए कहाँ से कहाँ तक पोर्शन है?
इस टेस्ट के लिए सिलेबस विल बी, आज हम जितना भी करेंगे ना वो भी रहेगा आज के क्लास तक. ओके? आज के क्लास तक.
From the starting?
From the start, but you need to concentrate more and more after photoelectric effect or from photoelectric effect. उससे पहले उतना ज्यादा कुछ है क्वेश्चंस नहीं रहता है. From photoelectric effect, from Bohr's theory, hydrogen spectrum, that ionization energy, and then
Okay.
most of the questions will be from quantum numbers. Okay, majority will be from quantum numbers, but you can expect questions from photoelectric effect too, from that particular part. वहां से आगे तक. Okay, then we have seen spin quantum number. It is a hypothetical quantum concept. You should not associate this particular spin to the classical spinning motion. There is some spin about its own axis. If you fix an axis, about the axis, you can have only two possible spins. Okay, either in one direction or is the opposite direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise. We will be calling that as upspin or downspin.
Okay, sir.
So based on these two spins, you are having two different photons emitted whenever there is transition from one specific orbital to another orbital. That is, those are called as doublets. Okay, those two different spins will constitute to two different energies. Everyone understand that? Both the spins constitute to two different energies, but the energies are almost same. Okay, the energies are very close. ठीक है.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
what is the significance of half?
हाफ इसके ऊपर भी स्टोरी है. वी आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन दैट. मुझे भी उसके लिए देखना ही पड़ेगा. जस्ट रिमेम्बर वी नीड टू एसोसिएट सम वैल्यूज, जस्ट लाइक हम बाकी के लिए वैल्यूज दिया है ना, वैसा ही इसके लिए भी कुछ वैल्यूज दिया है, बट वी आर नॉट गिविंग देम एज इंटीजर्स. यू आर गिविंग दैट एज प्लस हाफ एंड माइनस हाफ. ओके. Net spin, whenever two electrons are paired, net spin has to account for zero. उसका angular momentum concepts, principal angular momentum, sorry, spin angular momentum. Based on that, there are several other concepts which you will be addressing them in your first year of engineering. Okay. Quantum mechanics के ऊपर there is detailed course for everyone in chemistry in your first year of engineering. तब आपको और भी ज्यादा आइडियाज आएंगे. एज ऑफ नाउ वी मे नॉट अंडरस्टैंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. सो अभी के लिए हम मान के जाएंगे स्पिन एंगुलर मोमेंटम बेस्ड ऑन, सॉरी, स्पिन क्वांटम नंबर बेस्ड ऑन व्हिच वी कैन कैलकुलेट एन एंगुलर मोमेंटम कॉल्ड स्पिन एंगुलर मोमेंटम. आज के लेक्चर में कैलकुलेट करेंगे कैसे करना है वो. वी विल सी दैट वी विल अंडरस्टैंड ओनली द फॉर्मूलाज एंड वी विल ट्राई टू नो द एप्लीकेशन बस. ओके.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. उसके बाद हमने ओवरऑल we have seen different quantum numbers or unka range and how to identify the total number of values. I hope this is clear. What are the number of orbitals present in a given shell? What is the formula for that? Total number of orbitals in a given shell.
N square.
N square.
N square, very good. Total number of electrons in a given shell.
2n square. 2n
2n square.
2n
Each and
square.
every orbital has maximum capacity of 2 electrons. If you are having n square orbitals, the total electrons will be 2n square. Okay?
Yes.
ठीक है. Okay, यहाँ तक किया है हमने. I hope there is no doubt in these questions. Okay.
No.
This section is important. We will try to understand the limitations of Bohr's theory as well now. Bohr's theory में कुछ limitations list out किया ना हमने. We will try to
Yes.
understand that with the help of quantum theory.
Okay.
Okay. I have marked some important points here, everyone. Let us go through these points one by one. For a given shell, the energy of different subshells. You are having different subshells in a given shell, right? Suppose if you are having S, P, D, and F, the energies of these vary as Ns is less than, Np is less than, Nd is less than Nf. Okay. And based on this particular information, we also conclude that an s orbital is more penetrated towards the nucleus. S orbital is more penetrated towards the nucleus, or else a p orbital or d orbital, they are diffused away from the nucleus. मतलब क्या है? If an electron is present in the s orbital, it will be more and more close to the nucleus. वो एक region ही है. There is a region, but in that region, the probability of finding the electron towards the nucleus or close to the nucleus will be more. How did I conclude that? Based on this particular information, the energies of orbitals, Ns is having lesser energy when compared to p orbital, when compared to d and then Fn. Less is the energy, more is the stability. Agreed? How to increase the stability? By increasing the attractive forces.
Yes, sir.
When will the attractive forces be more? If the electron is staying close to the nucleus,
Yes.
then the attractive forces will be more, right? If it is staying away from the nucleus, then the attractive forces will be less. Based on the energy in a given shell, the energies of different subshells vary as Ns less than, Np less than, Nd less than Nf. If this is the energy order, what should be the attractive forces with the nucleus? An electron which is present in Ns should be having more attractive forces when compared to the electron which is present in P, D, and F, so on and so forth. Agreed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So based on this only, I will mark one more order. Order of penetration. Matlab, that particular orbital will be more and more towards the nucleus. Okay. Order of penetration will be Ns will be greater than, Np greater than, Nd greater than Nf. Any doubt, anyone?
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Very important point. This particular order is applicable if and only if it is multi-electronic species. Matlab you are having more than one electron. If it is a multi-electronic species, then only this particular order is applicable. If not, if it is not a multi-electronic species, suppose it is like hydrogen or helium positive or lithium 2 positive, beryllium 3 positive, so on and so forth, where you are having only one electron. In that case, in a given shell, all the subshells will be of equal energy. Matlab kya hai? 2s will be equal to 2p. In the third shell, you have s, p, and d. 3s equal to 3p is equal to 3d. In the fourth shell, 4s equal to 4p equal to 4d equal to 4f. Can anyone tell me what can be the reason for this? ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? In a multi-electronic species, different subshells present in a given shell are having different energies. But in a single electron species, if you are having only one electron, all the subshells are of same energies. Can anyone think what can be the possible reason for this?
हाइड्रोजन एक इलेक्ट्रॉन है इसलिए एनर्जी कैन बी सेम.
Okay. Dekho, if there is only one electron, everyone concentrate. If there is only one electron, the interaction of that particular electron will be only with the nucleus. Agreed? There is no other possible interaction. If there is more than one electron, suppose मान लेते हैं 2 electrons है. If you are taking any one electron, that electron will be interacting with the nucleus as well as with the other electron. Agreed? So in the presence of other electron, that particular electron's energy will be affected. Clear hai? If you are having only one electron, suppose if you are filling an electron in the 2s orbital, 2s orbital के अंदर एक electron रख दिया आप लोग. Now if you are taking the electron to the 2p, that particular 2p orbital's energy has changed because that particular orbital will be influenced by the electron which is present in 2s. It is not only under the influence of nucleus, it is also under the influence of the electron which is present in 2s. So its energy will be changed. Agreed? If you don't have an electron in 2s, then 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 3d, all these energies will be similar. Same hi rahega. There is no electron which is present in s or p to influence an electron which is present in d. If you are having multi-electron species, you need to see for the influence of other electrons too. There is not just the influence of the nucleus, there is influence of other electrons. So उनके electrons के repulsive forces के वजह से बाकी orbitals का energies जो है vary होगा. They will no longer remain same. Is that clear? I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ. Suppose there is a bench. एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ आपको और अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए. There is a bench. In that particular bench, मान लेते हैं there are 5 different spots. You can sit in any of the spot. Okay. Suppose you are the only student. You are the only student. So all 5 spots will be having similar energy.
Yes.
आप लोग वो bench में कहीं पे भी बैठो फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. Suppose there is another student who is placed in the first spot. So different spots, you will be interacting with him whenever the other student is coming. If I want to place him in the remaining of the 4 spots, different spots will be having different energies. Because if he is placed immediately after the second, immediately after the first spot, in the second spot, he will be having lesser distance. So the interaction will be more. If he is placed away from that particular student, the interaction with that particular student will be less. Agreed? So in
Yes.
the presence of a new student, all the positions will be having different energies. They no longer will have same energy because of the interaction with the student. Agreed? So if it is a single electronic species, in that case एक ही electron है, उसको कहीं पे भी रखो, उस particular shell में, उस particular bench में कहीं पे भी रखो, फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. Okay, I am referring to that top particular bench. If you are shifting the bench, obviously energy will change. मतलब if you are taking the electron away from the nucleus, the energy will definitely change. If the electron is present at a particular distance, second shell के अंदर रहा तो 2s या 2p फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. Third shell के अंदर रहा तो 3s 3p 3d फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. If there is one more student already present, in that case, different positions will be having different energies. Is this clear? I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
So in a multi-electronic
Yes, sir.
species, all the subshells in a given shell will have this particular energy order. If they are referring to that as hydrogen-like, in a given shell, all the subshells will be having same energies. Is this clear?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay. Okay. ठीक है. Next question. Next point. In the absence of external field. सबसे पहले, let us try to explain one of the limitation of Bohr with the help of this particular point. Bohr's theory में हमने एक limitation ऐसा कुछ पढ़ा. He was unable to explain the fine spectrum of the atoms. He was unable to explain fine spectrum of the atoms. What is meant by fine spectrum? Fine spectrum is nothing but having some lines whose energies differ by very slight amount. Agreed? When though the suppose मान लेते हैं the transition is from third shell only, third shell to first shell. We expect if the electrons are coming from third shell to first shell, we expect only single photon. Agreed? Or the maximum of 2 photons depending upon doublets.
Yes.
Right? Spine spectrum का मतलब क्या है? You are getting more than two type of photons. What is the reason for that? In a multi-electronic species, you are having 3s, 3p, and 3d, and this 3s, 3p, and 3d are having different energies. 3s is having an energy lesser than 3p less than 3d. So whenever the electron is jumping from 3s to 1s, it will be emitting one type of photon. 3p to 1s, another type of photon. 3d to 1s, third type of photon. And as all these electrons belong to the same shell, they are having some difference in energy, but the difference will be again lesser. Okay, hence you are able to observe fine spectrum. Is this clear? What is the reason for fine spectrum? Because of the presence of different subshells and their different energies. I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, good. Next point. In the absence of external field, which are electric or magnetic, the energies of orbitals in a given subshell are equal. That is, they are degenerate. Degenerate का मतलब ही ये है same energy. The word degenerate means same energy. Usually you will be seeing this particular term in your questions. Degenerate. Degenerate orbitals matlab similar energy orbitals. In the absence of electric and magnetic fields, the orbitals which are present in a given subshell will be having similar energy. What are the different orbitals in P subshell? Have px, py, pz. All these three orbitals will be having similar energy. The energy of px will be equal to py equals to pz. Okay, because they are symmetrical around the nucleus. Similarly, d subshell has 5 different orbitals. All the 5 orbitals have similar energy. Dxy equals to dyz equals to dxz equals to dx square y square equals to dz square. Okay, so there are 3 spots for p. So in those 3 spots, electron kahin pe bhi ja sakta hai because all of them are having similar energy. Similarly, you have 5. If you are adding 1 electron to this particular d subshell, the electron can be present anywhere because all of them are having similar energies. Agreed?
Yes.
Any doubt? Okay. ये कब है? This is in the absence of electric and magnetic fields. Bohr's theory में हमने एक point पढ़ा. The splitting of spectral lines in the presence of electric field, which is called as Stark effect, and in the presence of magnetic field, it is called as Zeeman effect. Okay, he couldn't explain this. What is the reason for that? ये जो px, py, pz है, they have different orientations in space. px is aligned along the x-axis. Py
Yes,
is
sir.
aligned along the y-axis. Pz is aligned along the z-axis. Agreed? X, y, and z-axis. Suppose
Yes,
now you are applying a field. A field is a vector quantity. Electric field or magnetic field जो है, it is a vector quantity. If it is a vector quantity, along with magnitude, it also has direction. If the electric field is oriented along the x-axis, so the electron which is present in the orbital which is oriented along the x-axis will be interacting more. Everyone, I am applying the field along the
Yes.
x-axis. So the electron or the orbital which is present along the x-axis, that will be interacting more. Agreed? When compared to the orbitals which are present along y and z axis. Similarly, if the field is along y axis, the orbital which is present along y will be interacting more. If this is interacting more, its energy will be changing. So in the presence of fields, all these particular orbitals, they no longer remain degenerate. Matlab they no longer will have same energy. They will be having different energies. So if they are having different energies, so if the electron is present in py, and if it is having a transition to 1s, it will be emitting different photon. The electron which is present in pz, if it is transferring to 1s, it will be emitting a different energy photon. Clear hai? This is called as splitting of spectral lines. Initially, If the electron is present in either px or py or pz, whenever it is jumping to 1s, it is emitting only one photon in the absence of field. But in the presence of fields, you will be having three different photons. The three different photons is because of three different energies of orbitals now. Why is the energy of the orbital changing? Because of the interaction with the field. Field being a vector quantity, उसके direction के ऊपर it will depend, right? Based on the direction in which it is oriented, the orbital along that particular direction will be having a greater change in energy. I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the splitting of spectral lines can be explained based on these orientations. In the presence of electric and magnetic fields, as they are oriented in different directions, if the field is concentrated more and more along x, that particular energy will be changing more and more. If the field is present along y, the orbital which is present along y will be having greater change in energy. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
But in the absence of fields, everyone, in the absence of fields, px will be equal to py equal to pz, dxy, dyz, dxz, dx square, y square, dz square will be having similar energies. Okay. Okay, very good. So based on this particular information, now I will know आपको समझ में आया कि नहीं मैंने जो भी कहा. Please solve this question. For hydrogen atom, find number of degenerate orbitals in fourth shell. What is meant by degenerate orbitals?
Same equal energy.
Same energy.
Same energy.
Very good. Everyone, please put their video on. आप लोग जितना ऑफ रखते जाएंगे, I understand that आप लोग को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. Please put your video on. For hydrogen atom, find number of degenerate orbitals in fourth shell. Answer, anyone? Sixteen, very good. 16 is the right answer. Hydrogen like atom का मतलब क्या है? It is a single electron species.
Yes.
Okay. In the fourth shell, what are the subshells you have?
4s, 4d,
You have 4s.
4s, 4p,
4
You will be
4d,
having four subshells. 4d,
4
F,
4f. And for hydrogen like species, all of these subshells will be having similar energy,
Yes, equal energy.
equal energy. So I can
Yes.
say 4s will be having similar energy to that of 4p,
Equal
4d,
to
and 4f.
yes.
But they're asking about the number of orbitals having similar energy. They're asking about degenerate orbitals, not degenerate subshells. S is having one orbital.
Hmm.
The number
Yes.
of orbitals is given by formula
N square.
n square for a given
2, 1.
shell, 12 plus 1 for a given subshell. So इसके लिए 3 orbitals है, or else odd numbers में है 1, 3, 5, 7.
7.
Okay. तो total कितना हो गया? In you can easily calculate it by n square. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Next question. In helium, find maximum degeneracy in fifth shell. Try to understand the question. In helium, find maximum degeneracy in fifth shell.
So we have to find number of degenerate orbitals.
इसलिए I am asking you to understand the question. Understand the question, tell me the answer, I will explain. नंबर ऑफ डिजेनरेट ऑर्बिटल से पूछा तो इसके इस क्वेश्चन जैसा हो गया ना.
Yes.
And there is no meaning in asking number of degenerate orbitals for helium atom in fifth shell. वो क्वेश्चन मीनिंगलेस है because it is a multi-electronic species.
They are asking max number of degenerate orbitals.
Exactly. 9. Shivdatta, good. 9 is the right answer. Nine is the right answer. Helium जो है, first of all, it is multi-electronic.
Yes.
If it is multi-electronic species, fifth shell में, tell me the order of energies of the subshell.
5s
5s will be having energy lesser than
lesser than 5p
5p
5p,
plus
lesser than
5p
5
5D,
5d,
lesser than
5f
5F.
and you will be having 5 subshells
G.
yes
because
5
it is shell. Number of subshells equal to the shell number. Okay. So in S, what are the number of degenerate orbitals? You have only one degenerate orbital, एक ही orbital है. In P, you have 3 degenerate orbitals. I'm marking degenerate orbitals per subshell. Okay. In D, you have 5 degenerate orbitals. In F, you have 7. In G, you
7.
have 9.
9
Maximum degeneracy मतलब maximum number of orbitals having similar energy. इन 3 के लिए एक एनर्जी रहेगा, इन 5 के लिए अलग एनर्जी, अलग एनर्जी, अलग एनर्जी. The maximum number of orbitals having similar energy
9
are 9. Okay, this is the maximum degeneracy. Is the question clear?
Yes.
They're asking what is the maximum number of orbitals having a similar energy. It is 9. 9 orbitals in the fifth subshell are having similar energy. Okay. 7 orbitals के लिए भी similar energy है, but this is not the maximum number. Maximum is 9. I hope this is clear. Okay. ठीक है. उसके बाद एक formula based questions आता है. Because of the angular motion of the electron in the orbital, which is around the nucleus, it has an angular momentum which is called as orbital angular momentum. This orbital angular momentum is because of its orbital motion. उस orbital के अंदर उसके angular motion के वजह से. Okay, which is called as orbital angular momentum, which is given by formula h upon 2 pi into root over L into L plus 1, where L is the azimuthal quantum number or angular momentum quantum number. Okay, we don't have any proof for this. You just need to remember the formula and its application. There are 2 types of angular momentum which they may ask. One is orbital angular momentum, that is because of the orbital motion of the electron, and the other is spin angular momentum. The spin angular momentum is because of the spinning motion of the electron. Whenever it has a spinning motion, because of the spinning motion also it has an angular momentum. That angular momentum is called as spin angular momentum. Spin angular momentum is calculated for the atom. Okay, spin angular momentum of the atom is h upon 2 pi into root over s into s plus 1, where s is the total unpaid spin. We will try to understand what is meant by this total unpaid spin after we see the electronic configuration. अभी मैं बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ because you don't know what is meant by electronic configuration. We will understand that. So for now, don't worry about what is meant by this total unpaid spin. We will use this particular formula later. अभी के लिए इतना ही. Orbital angular momentum is given by h upon 2 pi into root over L into L plus 1. You know the value of L, right? For S, it will be 0. For P, it is 1. For D, it is 2, so on and so forth. Okay? ठीक है. Just remember these formulas for now. I will solve some questions later. Next. अभी क्या हुआ? we have constructed around the nucleus different orbitals. So in a multi-electronic species, there are different electrons. Our duty is to fill those electrons in those orbitals. Okay, अभी क्या है हमारे पास society constructed है. There is a central location. Around that, you are having different streets and different apartments. Inside those apartments, you need to fill the people. Okay, you will be filling the people in a specific order ना. ऐसा randomly तुम वहाँ पे जाओ, तुम यहाँ पे जाओ, ऐसा randomly भेज देते हो क्या? No, right? You need to fill them in a specific order. Similarly, you are having orbitals. Orbitals matlab the regions around the nucleus where the electrons can be present. Now you know nucleus. Around the nucleus, you know some specific regions where you can find the electrons. So in a multi-electronic species, you need to fill those electrons in those regions. You need to distribute the electrons in those regions. Okay. And you will be doing that in the order of their energies. The orbital which will be having lowest energy will be most stable. Agreed. So any electron will first try to occupy that particular location, or you need to put the electron in that particular location first. Now what we need to do is we need to identify energies of different orbitals. Already हमने यहाँ पे mark किया है a given orbital's energy, given subshell's energy in a given shell. Okay, ns less than np less than nd less than nf. So based on this particular idea, we will be giving electrons to different subshells, or we will be giving electrons to different orbitals. Okay. Okay. There are further some rules. Whenever you are putting the electrons in the orbitals, we will identify those rules one by one. First principle, it is called as Aufbau principle, which is also called as building up principle. The term Aufbau, the meaning of Aufbau is building up. Matlab you are constructing, you are putting electrons one by one in those orbitals. How you need to place the electrons in the orbitals, how you need to build it. Okay. The rule is, everyone, first we will identify the orbitals in different shells. In first shell, what is the subshell we have?
Yes.
You have only S subshell.
Yes.
I
Yes.
will be writing that as 1s. Okay. In the
Yes.
second shell, you have
2S.
2s, 2,
2p. In the third shell,
3s,
3S.
3s, 3p,
3D.
3d.
3s, 3p, 3d. In the fourth shell,
4.
4s, 4p, 4t,
4.
4f.
4F.
4d, 4f. 5s,
5s,
5P.
5p,
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 5F.
5d,
5f,
5f,
5G.
5p. 6s,
6P.
6p,
6b, 6f.
f. इसके बाद भी रहेगा 6g और उसके बाद भी और सबशेल रहेगा, but we are not interested in that. इतना काफी है. 7s,
7p,
7p,
7D.
7d,
7f.
7f. इसके बाद भी रहेंगे, we are not interested in that. 8s,
8p, 8a,
8p,
8d.
8p. Okay, these are the locations in which the electrons can be present. Okay, first let us see the principle, उसके बाद देखते हैं. Aufbau principle. It states that in the ground state matlab you are not giving any energy to the atom, because whenever you give energy to the atom, the electrons will be excited, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we are referring to the ground state. In the ground state of an atom, an electron enters the orbital with the lowest energy first. The one which is having lowest energy, that particular orbital will be occupied first, and subsequent electrons are fed in the order of increasing energies. Okay, as the energies of the orbitals increase, उस particular order में you need to fill the electrons as per their capacity. What is the maximum capacity of S?
2.
2. So इसके अंदर 2 electrons भरेंगे. Okay, what is the, इसके अंदर भी 2. maximum capacity of P is 6, 2, 6, 10, so on so forth. I hope समझ में आया आपको.
Yes, sir.
कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स उस पर्टिकुलर सबशेल के अंदर जा सकता है, वो मार्क किया मैंने. ओके, ठीक है. How to get the energies of the orbitals? The energies of various orbitals can be compared. We are just comparing, we are not calculating the actual energy value. The energies of various orbitals can be compared using their n plus L values, where n is the principal quantum number and L is the azimuthal quantum number. Lower the value of n plus L, lower is the energy. Everyone, you need to compare energies of different orbitals in order to place the electrons. How to get the idea on energies of different orbitals? By comparing their n plus L values. Lower is the value of n plus L, lower will be its energy. If two orbitals are having similar n plus L, तब क्या करना है? The one which is having lower n will be having lower energy. Everyone, how to compare energies of different orbitals? By comparing their n plus L values. The one which have lower value of n plus L will be having lower energy. अगर दो orbitals का या दो subshells का n plus L values similar है तो in that case you need to see the value of n. The one which is having lower n will be having lower energy. मतलब क्या है? Let us try to understand this. Everyone, you are having some n number of electrons. पहला electron को लेके आया. I need to place that in which particular subshell. I will be making that enter into 1s. Everyone, please tell me the values of n plus L. यहाँ पे मैं इनके ऊपर n plus L values mark कर रहा हूँ. The value of n for 1s is 1 and value is 0. So n plus L का value 1 रहेगा.
हाँ sir.
यहाँ के लिए this is 2.
2,
This is 2 plus 1 3.
3,
3,
3 plus 0 3.
3,
3 plus 1 4.
4,
3 plus 2 D
5.
का value 3 plus 2 5.
5.
Agreed?
Yes.
sir.
यहाँ पे ये 4.
4, 5.
This is 5. This is 6. This is 7. यहाँ पे 5, 6,
6,
7,
7,
8,
8,
9.
9.
So on so forth. This is 6, 7, 8, 9. Next orbital का 10 रहेगा. So on so forth. Okay. You need to fill the electrons in the order of their energies. The energies of different orbitals can be compared based on their n plus L values. So with the help of these values, you need to compare. Which has the lowest n plus L value? 1s.
हाँ.
तो पहले electrons कहाँ पे देना चाहिए हमको? 1s के अंदर देना चाहिए. And 1s का maximum capacity कितना है? 2. Okay. So first 2 electrons will be entering into 1s. Okay. उसके बाद third electron जब रहेगा, third electron जो भी रहेगा, that will be the maximum capacity of S is only 2. So after filling 2 electrons in 1s, which we will be writing as 1s2. 1s2 का मतलब क्या है? 2 electrons are present in 1s. The third electron you need to enter that in 2s because it is having lower n plus L after 1. Okay. What is the maximum capacity of 2s? 2 electrons. So उसके अंदर भी you can accommodate 2 electrons, which is written as 2s2.
Yes.
After this, electrons will enter into 2p.
Yes.
Because it is having lower. 2p और 3s का, everyone observe this. 2p and 3s are having similar n plus L. इसका भी 3 है, इसका भी 3 है. But this is having lower n. इसका 2 है value, इसका 3 है. If two orbitals are having or two subshells are having similar n plus L, compare the value of n. The one having lower value of n will be having lower energy. So 2p will be having lower energy than 3s. Okay, everyone, last हो गया है, देखना. So the next electrons will be entering into 2p. But what is the maximum capacity of it? 6 na? Maximum you can have 6 electrons. So you can write 2p6. मतलब 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इसके अंदर जा सकता है, because it is having 2p subshell is made up of 3 orbitals. Each orbital can have 2 electrons, so 3 into 2 is maximum of 6 electrons. You are entering that in the subshell. बाद में देखेंगे किस बेंच में रखना है वो देख रहा हूं अभी मैं, और बेंच के अंदर उसका पोजीशन कैसा होना चाहिए बाद में देखते हैं. ओके एवरीवन?
हाँ सर.
Okay. After 2p you will be entering that into 3s. 3s का मैक्सिमम कैपेसिटी कितना है? 2.
2.
Okay. After that you need to enter that in 3p. 3p और 4s का same है, but this is having lower value of n. So you need to enter that in 3p. What is the maximum capacity of it?
6.
6. इसके बाद everyone, इसके बाद
3D.
3D10.
you need to enter the
3D.
electron or you need to place the electron in
3D.
3D
3D.
नहीं. देखो 3D का n plus l वैल्यू 5 है, 4s का n plus l वैल्यू कितना है?
4.
Everyone, it is not that this is having third shell, this will be having lower energy. 3D का no, 4s is having lower energy. Everyone, we will try to understand the reason for that. अभी के लिए everyone concentrate here. We may expect 3p के बाद 3D fill करना चाहिए, but according to the rule n plus l value compare करना है. 4s is having lower n plus l which is 4 when compared to 3D which is having 5. So you need to place the electron in 4s. उसके बाद ही you will be placing the electron in 3D.
3D.
उसके बाद क्यों 3D के अंदर प्लेस कर रहा हूँ? इसका भी 5 है, इसका भी 5 है.
N value
Okay.
कम.
इसका भी n plus l value 5, but इसका lower n है, इसलिए 3D के अंदर प्लेस कर रहा हूँ.
हाँ.
3D 10 रहेगा. उसके बाद next
5p.
4p6 है. ओके.
हाँ.
इसके बाद 4p के अंदर, उसके बाद देखो इसका भी ये 6 हो गया, बट ये तो 5 है. This is 6 but this is 5, so you need to make the electron enter into 5s. 5s का 2. How to remember this? How to remember this? ऐसा कुछ कर सकते हैं आप लोग. Draw some parallel lines. Everyone, draw parallel lines. Give me 2 minutes. See the direction of the arrow. देखो, first you need to choose this particular line. उस लाइन के ऊपर जो भी सबशेल है पहले उसको भर दो. कौन सा सबशेल है? 1s है. 1s का मैक्सिमम कैपेसिटी कितना है? 2. So first we will be filling 1s2. Okay. Then choose the next line. इस लाइन के ऊपर जो भी सबशेल्स है उनको फिल करो. कौन सा सबशेल है? केवल 2s है. 2s2. उसके बाद choose this particular line. On this line you have 2p. First you need to fill 2p, then you need to go to 3s. You need to follow this particular order. Okay. First we are filling electrons in 2p. 2p 6 हो गया. उसके बाद you are filling electrons in 3s. 3s2. Then you are filling the electrons in 3p. 3p का maximum capacity 6 है, इसलिए 3p6. Then 4s2. Then you need to choose this line. इस line के ऊपर 3d10, 4p6, 5s2. Any doubt? After this you need to choose this line. On this line the first orbit, the first subshell is 3d, then 4p, then 5s. After filling 3d you need to go to 4p. After filling 4p you need to go to 5s. Agreed?
Yes,
So
sir.
5s तक भरा हमने. उसके बाद बताना क्या होना चाहिए इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन आफ्टर 5s.
4, 7.
क्या?
4D.
After
4D.
after 5s you need to choose 4d. So it will be 4d 10 maximum capacity. After this 5p 5p6. After this
6s2.
6s.
6s2. After that 4F14. After this,
5D10.
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 After that, you have 6P, 6P6,
7
7F2.
7S2.
Okay. उसके बाद 5F14, so on so forth. Okay.
Yes, sir.
इसका मतलब क्या है? Suppose, what is the element having the highest atomic number in the periodic table?
118.
118. Okay, or 120 ले लेते हैं. Suppose we are having an element having atomic number 120. इसका मतलब क्या है? इस एलिमेंट के अंदर 120 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स रहेगा.
हाँ.
You need to
sir.
place all of the 120 electrons in different subshells.
Yes.
So if I want to write the electronic configuration of the element, having atomic number 120, I need to start from पहले 2 electrons किसके अंदर जाएगा? 1s के अंदर जाएगा. 1s2. So you need to fill 120 electrons. मतलब ये बढ़ते जाओ. इन सब का सम किया तो टोटल कितना आना चाहिए मुझे? 120 आना चाहिए. Because the total number of electrons are 120. Agreed?
Yes,
So,
sir.
so let's fill the electrons. पहले 1s2. उसके बाद आप लोग बताते जाओ.
2S.
2s,
2s2. Then the electron enters into 2p.
2p6,
2p6.
PS2. PS2.
s2.
VP6.
p6.
4S.
4s2.
4s2,
4S2.
10.
3d10,
3d10.
4p6,
4p6.
5s2,
5s2.
4d10,
4D10.
4d10.
5P6.
5p6,
5p6.
6S2.
उसके बाद
3s2,
6s2.
6s2,
4f14.
4f14, 5d10,
5d10.
5D10. 6P6.
6p6.
7S2.
7s,
7s2. उसके बाद
5f14,
14.
6P6.
310.
7P6.
7p6.
8S2.
8s2. कितना बड़ा है अब तक? प्लीज काउंट कैलकुलेट. 2 plus 2 4. 4 plus 6 10. 10 plus 2 12. 12 plus 6 18. 18 plus 2 20.
20,
20 plus 10 30. 30 plus 6 36. 36 plus 2 38. Plus 10 48. 48 plus 6 54. 54 plus 2 56. 56 plus 40 70. 70 plus 10 80.
80.
80 plus 6 86. 86 plus 2 88. 88 plus 14 102.
102.
102 plus 10 112. 112 plus 6 118. 118 plus 2 120. ओके. सो अब तक 120 एलिमेंट्स का डिस्कवरी हुआ. उसके बाद 8s2 के बाद क्या फिल होगा बताना? 5G.
5G 9.
5G का मैक्सिमम कैपेसिटी कितना है? 9 कितना है? 18 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है ना
हाँ 18,
मैक्सिमम कैपेसिटी
5G
G का, because it has 9
5G.
orbitals.
हाँ.
G
Yes.
has 9 orbitals. 9 into 2 total 18 orbitals. 18 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है. So 5G 18 तक जा सकता है.
18,
18 का मतलब क्या है? 138 है. एटॉमिक नंबर विल बी 138. एग्रीड.
Yes.
G के बाद क्या फिल होगा? F फिल होगा. F में 14 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. F के बाद 70 10 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फिल होगा. P के अंदर 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. उसके बाद 9s. ओके.
Yes.
सो उसके बाद भी यहाँ पे फिल होगा ये वाला G. सो G के आगे हमको जरूरत ही नहीं है. इनफैक्ट और भी 50 एलिमेंट्स का डिस्कवरी हुआ मान लेते हैं और 50 एलिमेंट्स भी इनके अंदर फिल हो जाएगा. बिकॉज यहाँ पे 18 14 10 6 2 है ऑलरेडी और हमारे पास. सो नो नीड टू कंस्ट्रक्ट फर्दर. जो भी एलिमेंट्स एग्जिस्टिंग है ऑन अर्थ उनके लिए इतना ऑर्बिटल्स है, g ऑर्बिटल्स तक काफी है, g सबशेल तक काफी है. सो इसके आगे क्या होगा, इट इज एन अननेसेसरी क्वेश्चन. एग्रीड? So after G subshell, what will be present? Not required.
Yes.
I hope this is clear. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So आपको questions में ऐसा कुछ आता है, write the electronic configuration of element having atomic number 40. मतलब क्या है? You need to fill 40 electrons. मतलब 1s2 2s2 ऐसा लिखेंगे ना, जहाँ पे 40 खत्म हो जाएगा. देखो यहाँ तक 30 है everyone. यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक 30. This is 36, 38. 40 मतलब 42 तक ही लिखेंगे. यहाँ तक 38 हो गया, उसके बाद 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स बचा. Those 2 electrons will enter into D, but D में 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ही देना चाहिए मुझे. इसका मैक्सिमम कैपेसिटी 10 है, बट इलेक्ट्रॉन्स मेरे पास 40 ही है ना, तो 48 42 तक लिखेंगे. समझा?
Yes, sir.
जितना
sir.
इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है उतना भरना है आपको. I hope this is clear.
Okay, sir.
I will give you some questions. Please mark the electronic configurations of them.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
I think till date only 118 elements are discovered, no?
Yeah, 118 or 119, 120 भी man-made है. Most of the elements after atomic number 100, they are man-made. Okay, 118 ये periodic table में recent 119, 120 वाला man-made है. In case 120 पकड़ा तो मैंने ये लिखा.
Okay,
You
sir.
can mark till only 118, then it will be 76. I'm just trying to make you understand 5G के बाद क्या रहेगा, 6 क्या है, not required. There are sufficient houses for the electrons. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Please write electronic configurations for these elements. Z is equals to 26. Z equals to 55. Z equal to 20. ये 3 elements का electronic configurations लिखना. 26, 55, 20. You can make use of this particular diagram. This particular diagram is also referred to as Moeller diagram. No need to remember किस subshell के साथ कौन सा आएगा. In the exam also, you can quickly mark this particular diagram. You can mark some parallel lines. उन लाइंस को फॉलो करना है. फर्स्ट ये वाला लाइन, इनके ऊपर जो भी ऑर्बिटल से खत्म करना है. आफ्टर दैट यू नीड टू गो टू द नेक्स्ट लाइन, सो ऑन सो फोर्थ. ओके.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, please finish this. Write the
Sure.
electronic configurations for Z equals to 26, 55, 20.
Sir, can you please show that table?
Yeah. हो जाना चाहिए अब तक.
Yes, sir.
Z equals to 26 के लिए 1s2,
2s2,
2s2, 2p6,
p6, yes, 3p6,
H2,
3s2, 3p6,
4s2, or
4s2,
3d6.
3d6.
3d6. Good. 55 के लिए 1s2,
1s2,
2s2,
2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. You need to fill 55 electrons. 4s2,
3d10,
3d10,
4d6,
6,
5s2, 4d10,
4d10,
5p2,
5p2.
everyone. Clear है? 55 हुआ?
हाँ,
Okay. 1s2,
2s2,
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 2p6,
3s2, 3p6,
3s2, 3p6,
4s2,
4s2.
3d10.
बस ना?
Yes,
4s2 तक के
20.
हाँ sir.
20,
हाँ
20 चाहिए, 30 नहीं. Okay. Okay, last point before I wrap up the session.
Sir,
थोड़ा सा understanding. Yeah, Smith, tell me.
sir, we have to write that in continuous manner, or we can give commas in between also.
We should not give any commas. We need to write this in continuous manner.
Okay.
Commas कुछ नहीं लगाते हैं, ऐसा continuous manner में लिखना. Okay. Let us try to understand why the energy of 4s is lesser when compared to 3d. We may expect, ऐसा कुछ लग सकता है ना, as 3d is closer to the nucleus, it should be having lesser energy when compared to 4s. But 3d is having more energy when compared to 4s. Let us try to understand the reason for that. Okay. After filling 3p तक हमने भर दिया. In the third shell, how many electrons have you filled? You have filled 8 electrons. Third shell में.
हाँ
After 3p only we are trying to judge ना. So 3p तक electrons
Yes.
भर दिया हमने. 3p तक भर दिया मतलब in the third shell you are having 8 electrons. Now you are bringing a new electron, 9th electron. Okay, with respect to this. Now you are bringing a new electron. If the electron is entering into third shell, it will be having some repulsive forces with the already existing electrons. It will surely
Yes.
have attractive forces, but it will be having repulsive forces with the existing electrons. Agreed?
yes sir,
Yes, sir.
होता क्या है? In order to overcome those repulsive forces, it will go and settle in 4s rather than 3, third shell. उससे क्या हो रहा है? It is increasing its distance from these 8 electrons. By doing so, it is decreasing its repulsive forces. At the same time, it is also decreasing its attractive forces with the nucleus. But repulsive forces जो decrease होगा, that will be more when compared to the decrease in attractive forces. अगर 3d के अंदर रहा तो क्या होगा? It will be staying closer to the nucleus, but it will also stay closer to these 8 electrons. So repulsive forces ज़्यादा रहेगा. Agreed? So in order to overcome that, it is preferring to go into 4s because the energy of the orbital is influenced by these electrons as well. अगर यहाँ पे कुछ electrons नहीं रहता तो I can say 3d के अंदर भेज देता हूँ because it is closer. But यहाँ पे already electrons है. So in the presence of these electrons, the energy of these orbitals have changed. Agreed? 4s is a better option when compared to 3d. आप लोग ये क्वेश्चन भी पूछ सकते हैं मुझे. After filling 4s, why we are again going back to 3d then?
yes sir,
ये भी है ना. अब क्या हुआ? After filling 4s, अभी यहाँ पे 2 electrons आया. Now I am placing the electron. I can place the electron in 3d or 4p. You can again have the same argument. If you are filling the electron in 4p, it is having some repulsive forces with these 2 electrons. Okay, or you can give the electrons in 3d. अभी हुआ क्या है? If you are increasing the electrons, the protons also increase in the nucleus, na?
Yes.
So the nucleus also is becoming more and more strong. So rather than having repulsive forces and lower attractive forces, it will try to have more attractive forces and repulsive forces with this. ऐसा सोचना. Again एक example देता हूँ. एक bench है. There are 2 benches. Everyone. Suppose मान लेते third bench, fourth bench है. Third bench में 2 students है. Fourth bench में अभी एक भी नहीं है. A new student is coming. I can place him in the third bench because third bench का maximum capacity मान लेते 4. Everyone. Understand this. You have 2 benches, third bench as well as fourth bench. Third bench का maximum capacity है 4, इसका maximum capacity भी 4 है. There are already 2 students here. The student who is coming, new student, he is enemy of these 2 students. Okay, he is enemy of these 2 students. So whenever I am placing that particular student in the third bench, क्या होगा? He may be closer to the teacher. He may be closer to the teacher, but he is having some repulsive forces with the already existing students. So better position क्या होगा उसको? To place him in the fourth bench, not in the third bench, but in the fourth bench. Is that clear? Okay. Now
Yes, sir.
there is another student coming in. That student is enemy of this student as well as both of these students too. Okay. Rather than placing him here, where he is having lesser attractive forces with the teacher as well as repulsions with this, it is better to place him here, right? आपको parallelly ये भी सोचना चाहिए, whenever the number of students are increasing, the power of the teacher is also increasing. He is able to control more and more students. Okay. So whenever I'm increasing the atomic number, protons number भी increase होगा ना, so correspondingly attractive forces भी ज़्यादा increase होगा. So now it is completely fine to place the electron in 3D, even though you are having repulsive forces. क्योंकि यहाँ पे रखा तो you already have repulsive forces with this as well as less attractive forces because of the greater distance. So better is go into D. है कि नहीं? So you can explain this based on combined effects of attractive and repulsive forces. Yeah, Smith. मैं बस आपको ऐसा कुछ डिटेल्स दे रहा हूं क्या हो सकता है. Why is the electron entering into 4s? The 4s energy and 3D energies got affected because of the presence of 8 electrons here. Better energy is 4s. Similarly, the 4p energy and 3D energies are affected because of presence of this 4s, all these electrons. The better energy state is 3D. Yeah, Smith.
Sir,
Any
what?
doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, no doubt. किसी ने सर करके ऐसा लगा मुझे. ठीक है. I hope. Yeah, Safa, tell me.
सर इन पर क्वेश्चंस कौन से फॉर्म में होते हैं? बस
To
कॉन्फ़िगरेशन
write the electronic configuration. Okay. To write the electronic configuration, you need to know how to write the electronic configuration of different elements. अभी के लिए हमने इतना ही पढ़ा है how to fill the electrons in the subshell. Even in the subshell, there will be classification because they are made up of orbitals. कौन सा ऑर्बिटल के अंदर भेजना है, कैसे भेजना है, how to have spin of the electron. Will all the electrons be up spin or down spin? Yeah, combination of both. How to fill those electrons, we'll understand using other principles in the next lecture. Okay. As of now, we have filled the electrons in the apartments. उस apartments के अंदर किस flat के अंदर भेजना है, we will understand in the next lecture. Okay. Yeah, Niral, tell me.
Sir, but in case of ions, the number of protons won't increase, right?